Okay, this is a little short video today on applying the varnish. I've already done one where I stained everything, and now I'm going to apply my General Finishes Armor Seal varnish. I've already put a couple of coats on here, but I want to show you how I do this. I don't use a brush. I just use a rag, and old t-shirts are probably the best source for these soft rags. Fold it up into a little pad, and by the way, I've already cleaned the dust off of you. You've got to make sure these things are dust free. You don't want to leave dust in them. You get that little pad folded up, and I've got some synthetic steel wool. You don't need to rub them very hard. Just go over them very quickly. Get any little dust nibs out of it. Get the dust off of it. That's why I wear old shirts out here. I also my dust rags. Then I just take my little rag, dip it in the varnish, start rubbing it on. You got to make sure you don't get it on the tenons, because the glue will not adhere, and when you glue it up, you won't have a good glue joint, and eventually the thing will fall apart. Very light pressure. I'm just mainly the weight of the rag is about all I'm putting on there. Normally, if I were using polyurethane, I would thin the varnish 50% with mineral spirits, but this is a new type, well loved by a lot of woodworkers. First time I've used it, and it says on the can, do not thin, world's best wiping varnish, so I haven't thinned it. So what I've done, I'm going to put on about 3 coats of this wiping varnish. And you kind of get the light on it, make sure you don't have any bare spots or streaks. Or wiping it makes it a lot easier to stop sags and runs and drips. You get a nice even finish. So anyway, after I get about 3 coats of this on there, I will glue it up, and then I'll put one more coat on after it's glued up. So there's that board. I've got a place over here to lay them to dry. Here's the second one. I just show you again, and then that'll be the end of the video, because it's just repetition after that. Just get a little varnish on your rag. I try to get close to the edges first. Make sure they're covered, and then just streak it on. Some of the finishing experts will tell you that you should do this the same way the busboy cleans your table at the fast food place. Just about as much liquid and just about as fast as he does. They don't even say that you need to go in straight lines. I think you do. You don't want to put too much pressure on it, or you will end up with streaks in here. So like I say, I'm just kind of a little bit of pressure, but mainly just the weight of the rag is all the force I'm putting on this. You see it goes pretty quickly, goes on nice and smooth. And I give it a quick once over, make sure I don't have any bare spots or spots where there's a lot of varnish, and then put it on the drying rack. Well, that's pretty much it. I've got a couple of more boards here. Got to go through all of them, all the pieces, just like I did with the sanding and the stain and the seal coat, and we're done.